Hello and welcome. My name is Rashim Mogha and I'm your host for this Empowered Women of the World podcast, a podcast where we talk about technology, leadership, and success. Did you know that almost 80% people at some point in their career feel that their boss or their manager doesn't like them? When your manager doesn't like you, it's demotivating and stressful. It can limit growth and promotion opportunities for you. While the first instinct is to quit and find another job, the reality is that finding a new job takes time. Also, if you love your job and the company that you work for and the benefits are great, it might make sense to try and fix things with your manager. In this podcast, I share 5 ways you can get your manager to like you. Let's dive right in. The first tip that I have for you is to clarify expectations. Our priorities at work are constantly evolving, so it is important to ensure that the tasks that you are working on are aligned with your manager's expectation. It is important to understand what they expect from you at a regular cadence. Now, often we have this expectations conversation with our managers when we start a new job or when we change roles. I recommend that you have this conversation every 3 to 6 months to make sure that you and your manager are constantly aligned on the priorities and the success criteria. The best way to understand expectations is in a one-on-one meeting. And after every one of these conversations, you should walk away with 1 to 3 clear expectations your manager has from you and how they will measure your success. When your manager knows that you care about their professional priorities, they will see you as a team member who is aligned with the goals of the team. This is one way you can get one step closer to them liking you. Before we move to the second tip, I want to clarify the concept of likeness at work. Most workplaces are hierarchical, which basically means that there is an invisible barrier that separates your manager from you. This hierarchical difference dictates how likeness is expressed in a professional context. So don't expect your manager to act like your friend and always agree with you or treat you special in team meetings or worry about you if you are stressed. Remember that they will still hold you accountable for the tasks that are assigned to you. You might interpret this as them not liking you, while in their mind, they're just being professional. The second tip that I have for you is to be a problem solver. Managers rely on their team members to execute on tasks. They expect team members to be able to find innovative ways to solve problems. So focus on solving problems rather than relying on your manager to provide you solutions. Because every time your manager has to spend time on solving a problem for you, it requires them to basically spend their time, mental energy, and resources. This takes away those resources from your manager. Now, I'm not recommending that you don't ask your manager for support if you have a problem. What I am recommending is that instead of running to your manager as soon as you run into a problem, spend some time with the problem and come up with 2 to 3 possible solutions to address that problem. Then take those possible solutions to the manager and share which solution you will use to solve the problem. Give your manager an opportunity to provide their insights into the solution. This way, not only do you become a problem solver, but you also get a buy-in from your manager on the solution, which actually helps build trust. Since your manager now sees you as a problem solver, you become an asset to the team. And managers love team members who are trustworthy problem solvers. I coach a lot of tech and non-tech leaders on how to fast-track their careers, and building problem-solving mindset is the key to success. If you would like to work with me to grow in your career, use the link below in the description box to connect with me. The third tip that I have for you is to ask your manager how you can help. Yes, just ask, how can I help? Managers usually work on multiple initiatives and are tight on time and resources. A great way to build trust with them and demonstrate your value is by helping them out by leveraging your unique skills. For example, if your manager sends out weekly status report to their manager every Friday, You can offer to templatize that format such that each team member can add their update in that predefined format. This will ease off the load on your manager to collect information from each of their team members and format the report every Friday. This is a low effort, high impact task which not only helps your manager but also enables you to demonstrate your operationalization skills. So look for ways to help your manager out. Actively ask them, what can I do to support you with this? How can I help you out with this? And remember to pick the tasks that showcase your skills. The next tip that I have for you is to appreciate your manager. No, I'm not asking you to be a kiss ass or suck up to your manager. I'm asking you to demonstrate your true, authentic appreciation. I'm asking you to share your manager's accomplishments and appreciate them for their success. Now, early on in my career, I felt that I don't need to appreciate my manager even when I thought they did an exceptional job on a presentation or a project. I thought it would be perceived as ingenuine. The reality is that we all like to be acknowledged and appreciated. When someone acknowledges and comments your accomplishments, how does that make you feel? It makes you feel happy and proud, right? And how do you feel about that person who congratulates you or praises you in front of other leaders? You like them, right? When you acknowledge others' achievements or lift others up, especially in public settings, it has a profound impact on how they feel about you. I've been on the top and it really gets lonely on the top. So managers specifically appreciate the acknowledgement that comes from their team. By appreciating and acknowledging your manager, you encourage them to be a better leader. You build trust with them, and when your leader sees you as their cheerleader, they like you. And the last tip that I have for you is to provide them data. Now, most organizations today are data driven, but the reality is that data is not readily available. So instead of performing the exact task or answering the exact question that your manager asked, provide them with contextual information with supporting data. I've been a people manager for over 20 plus years now, and I always appreciate when my team provides me additional information, supporting data, and fresh perspectives, especially on the new initiatives that we have launched or are about to launch. This helps me as a leader build a narrative that I can share with my leadership team. Managers like team members who think strategically and can connect the dots between the work that they are doing and how it aligns with the overall strategy. Just make sure that when you do this, your perspectives and the data that you are providing still aligns with the overall goals. Don't muddle the waters. If it is not, you might be seen as somebody who is not committed to the success of the team or cannot connect the dots. Aligning yourself to the success of your team is critical for getting your manager to like you. Now, those were my 5 tips. I hope these tips give you a better understanding on how you can improve your equation with your manager. And today's resource for you is the link to my YouTube channel, where you can get access to all the videos and a lot more information around career development, personal development, and productivity. The link is in the show notes. As always, thank you so much for joining me today. And thank you for loving, liking, supporting, and sharing the podcast. Remember, sharing is caring. I look forward to seeing you in our next podcast. Till then, keep empowering the world.